Once upon a time, there was a tree who loved a little boy. This wasn't an ordinary love, but a love that was deep and pure as the crystal clear waters of a serene lake. Every day the boy would come to visit the tree, his footsteps light, his laughter echoing through the forest. His joy was infectious, and the tree couldn't help but share in his delight. The boy would gather the tree's leaves, each one a unique masterpiece of nature, and fashion them into crowns. With his leafy crown atop his head, he would proclaim himself the king of the forest. His kingdom was the wild expanse of towering trees, the carpet of lush greenery, the chorus of birdsong, and at the center of it all was the tree. The boy would then embark on a royal adventure, climbing up the tree's sturdy trunk, his tiny hands gripping the rough bark. Higher and higher he would climb until he reached the tree's strong branches. From there, he would swing like a little monkey, his laughter ringing out even louder. When he grew hungry, the tree would offer him her sweet, juicy apples. The boy would bite into them, the delicious juice trickling down his chin, and the tree would watch with a sense of contentment. This was their little world, their utopia, where the boy was the king and the tree his loyal companion. After their games of hide-and-go-seek, when the sun began to dip below the horizon and the boy grew tired, he would find solace in the tree's shade. Nestled against her trunk, he would drift off to sleep, the tree standing guard, her branches gently swaying in the cool breeze. This was their routine, their shared moments of joy. The boy loved the tree, his love as vast as the sky above. And the tree? Well, the tree was happy, for in her heart, she knew that she held a special place in the boy's life. She was more than just a tree. She was his friend, his confidant, his sanctuary, and the boy loved the tree very much, and the tree was happy. But time went by and the boy grew older. As the boy grew, so did his needs and desires. No longer content with crowns of leaves and games of hide and seek, the boy sought more. He yearned for the allure of the city, for the freedom that money could buy. And so he turned to the tree, his constant companion throughout his childhood. "I want to buy things and have fun. I want some money," the boy said to the tree. The tree, with a heart as vast and generous as the sky, had no money to offer. Yet she didn't hesitate to give what she could. "Take my apples, boy, and sell them in the city. Then you will have money and you will be happy." The boy did just that, gathering her apples and leaving her alone once again. The tree, left in solitude, missed the boy dearly, but she was happy, for she believed the boy was out there somewhere, fulfilling his dreams, his pockets filled with the fruits of her sacrifice. Yet as time passed, the boy's needs grew further. He wished for a house, a family, a life of his own, and once again, he turned to the tree. "I have no house," said the tree, her voice rustling like the leaves in the wind. "The forest is my house, but you may cut off my branches and build a house. Then you will be happy." Without a second thought, the boy cut off her branches, leaving her bare and exposed. But the tree was happy, for she had given the boy a home, a place to build his life. And still, the boy wanted more. He yearned for a boat, a means to escape, to explore, to experience the world beyond the forest. And once again, the tree gave all she could. "Cut down my trunk and make a boat," she said, her voice barely a whisper. "Then you can sail away and be happy." And so the boy cut down her trunk and made a boat and sailed away. And the tree was happy, but not really. For even though she had given all she could, the boy she cherished so deeply was nowhere to be found. And after a long time, the boy came back again. He was no longer a child, but a man, aged and worn. His steps were slower, his eyes held 1,000 stories. The tree, once robust and full of life, was now just a stump, her branches and apples long gone. "I am sorry, boy," said the tree, her voice a mere whisper in the wind. "I have nothing left to give you. My apples are gone." The boy, now an old man, simply shook his head. "My teeth are too weak for apples," he said, a soft smile playing on his lips. "My branches are gone," the tree continued, her voice filled with regret. "You cannot swing on them." The man chuckled, a sound like rustling leaves. I am too old to swing on branches, he said, his eyes distant, lost in memories. My trunk is gone, the tree declared. You cannot climb. The man sighed, his shoulders dropping ever so slightly. I am too tired to climb, he confessed, his voice heavy with the weight of years. I am sorry, the tree sighed, her words echoing in the silence. I wish that I could give you something, but I have nothing left. I am just an old stump. I'm sorry. Her voice trailed off, filled with sadness, but the man simply smiled. I don't need very much now, he said, his voice softer than a whisper. Just a quiet place to sit and rest. I am very tired. The tree, hearing this, straightened herself up as much as she could, her spirit unbroken despite her diminished form. Well, she said, a hint of joy in her voice. Well, an old stump is good for sitting and resting. Come, boy, sit down and rest. And so the boy did. He sat down on the old stump, his body weary, but his heart filled with a quiet peace. And for the first time in a long time, the tree was happy. And the boy did, and the tree was happy. Now, what can we learn from this story of the tree and the boy? It's a tale that paints a picture of a relationship that evolved over time, a bond between a boy and a tree. As the boy grew older, his needs changed, and the tree, in its boundless love and generosity, continued to provide. This story is a mirror held up to our own lives, reminding us of the importance of selfless giving, love, and friendship. It shows us that true joy isn't found in the accumulation of things, but in the simple moments shared with those we care about. It's a call to appreciate the generosity of others, to nurture our relationships, and to find satisfaction in the simple things in life. True happiness lies not in what we have, but in the bonds we share and the joy we bring to others. Remember, nurture relationships and find contentment in simplicity rather than material possessions.